to both of you, Alex and Tosso. Thank you for your time having this interview. How are you?
Oh, we're fine. Like Alex said, we're here at our headquarters where we do most of our recordings. Where we also did the Masters of Darkness EP. And we have some interviews today. And we are preparing what is coming up next. Also a lyric video. And so we're here busy. It's nice to be inside because it's starting to get winter outside.
Yeah, winter is coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are from Romania, right?
Exactly.
Correct? Yeah, my grandfather was from Sibiu, from Hermannstadt.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, that's my how you say that roots from my mother's side. My grandmother was from Vienna, and my grandfather was from Sibiu.
Very interesting. Well, then, as you mentioned, that soon you're ready to release the new EP called The Master of Darkness, and for this you re-signed with Massacre Records after 20 years. How is it?
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah, you have to see the background for that. It's like I was even working for Massacre back in the day, so it's something like the cycle closes. How I say that in English, something like that. And after such a long period, we are together with Massacre again, and it was quite interesting because another guy from that back in the day who was distributing Massacre records back in the day was Jochen Richard. He's the boss of Soul Food Music, a big company in Germany. They also have AFM Records, and that's the story. I know Jochen from his youth days, and I know Thomas from back in the day when I was working there, and they were always involved with the history of the band and everything. And so they were asking me, "Hey, what about this? You come back to Massacre? Soul Food is now dealing with Massacre as one of their labels in the house, so it's a division of Soul Food, and would be a great idea to team up again as the Swabian force rises again." And I said, "Wow, that's a fantastic idea." Spoke with Tosso, and so here we are back at Massacre Records. The guys who released classics of atrocity like Blood, Villains, Kraftwerk 80. Yeah. And it's great to be back on the label.
So it's nice to work with them again.
Yeah.
Well, the EP is great. I have listened to it and it's amazing. I didn't expect it. Has a lot of elements, it's heavier, darker, how I like. But tell me more about the musical direction you went through it.
Yeah, I mean, Atrocity has a long history. Band was formed in 1985, so we are, basically the first death metal band out of Germany. So although we made a lot of other stuff in the history of the band and always were up for challenges and new ways of metal music and developing and being pioneers with German lyrics, with female vocals and opera singers, and combining gothic and metal and doing like the Work 80 album with all the cover tunes from the 80s. We were still always there rooted as an extreme metal band. And when we started the concept for the Occult Trilogy, we thought like the perfect match would be like, bringing this very harsh and brutal death metal sound together with some epic and bombastic elements. So that's actually the concept, and it suits very well to the lyrical concept, which is about the mysteries in the world. And we are actually very happy that it sounds and fits so great with each other.
But why an EP and not a full-length album?
I mean, what I like about this, it has a bit of an anarchistic way too, because everybody knows that we're working on a trilogy. So everybody heard Occult 1, which was released Napalm Records then. And now everybody was expecting Occult 2, and now we have an EP, which is the first starting point for Occult 2. What is cool about this EP is you have 4 songs on it, so I think it's very nice to concentrate on the songs. It's easier maybe than an album. And what we also have, that's the idea we loved very much as metal fans ourselves, is that this EP is also coming out as a 7-inch vinyl.
Yay!
Yeah.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah,
This is super cool.
it's the only second 7-inch in our career. The first one was Blue Blood. It released in 1989.
Wow. I was so...
Yeah.
Wait, 91 or 9 you said?
1989. The
Oh.
band was from 1985, so we are not that old.
Well, no. I was just making some math that I wasn't born there then, so...
Yeah, thank you. It's actually the same when we speak with our drummer Yuri sometimes about the debut album of Atrocity. Well, but that's another story.
Yeah, he's young too, so...
Yeah, he's a pretty young guy.
Yeah. Do you have in mind to release a video too?
Yeah, Tosso just mentioned it. There will be a video, but you have to see the background of the whole thing. That the Masters of Darkness and so forth, they will be also on the Occult 2 album. So we will have like a video clip for that on the upcoming album. But there will be a video coming out. I think it will be not like the typical lyrical video, something like that. We did something with Pandemonium on the last Occult album as well in advance before the real video clip was out. So you will see. So that people can check it out. We found it was a better idea than just put on the cover or just put on a lyric video to make something special for the fans.
We are all looking for that soon.
Thank you.
Well, it's been years since you are in the metal scene, more than 20 years now. So how do you see the band activity all over these years? How was Atrocity in the past comparing with the present? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean the times and the way metal is seen has changed a lot. I mean, especially now in Germany, when we started with music, it was like, you play heavy metal, so you must be a criminal or a Satanist. I think the acceptance of heavy metal music has become much better. You have all these big festivals, and the people that listen to metal are now also maybe 40 or 50. And so I think that's changed. But besides that, I think we didn't change so much. Like what we do, the passion for the music.
And the spirit is the same,
is,
like from the start. I think.
It's basically the same. When you found a riff or a nice song and you're happy about it, I think that's.
Yeah, nowadays, when you release a German lyric song like we did back in the 90s with Atrocity, nobody's asking, "Are you a Nazi?" No, we just sing in German. There was no Rammstein back then or something. So that's the problem you have as a pioneering band. That you always get these questions. So that has probably changed. But us ourselves, we are still super passionate metal fans and musicians ourselves, and we toured like 50 countries, 5 continents. We met so many people around the world. And there's like one motto we have is like one metal family. There are no boundaries and also no boundaries in the music. That's why I think the band is so long alive and will keep going on, and we still have fun doing it because we have no limits for us, no limitation.
Well, and that's the best.
Thank you.
Well, you both, with the other members which are also in Atrocity, are active with Leaves Eyes. So how can you manage being in both bands?
Good question. Yeah, sometimes it's pretty hard because we have so much things to do with both bands. Especially now we tour a lot with Leaves Eyes in the US, in Canada, and it's also how you say that demanding to do productions for both bands, because it's not a regular rock and roll album or something like that. So especially in Leaves Eyes, you have like orchestra, choirs, a lot of other instrumentations there in a very complex production. And it's demanding to have those bands, but on the other side, it's really, really great. It's a gift for us to have both bands. It balances out a little bit for us. Also the way we make music, there's never any question if we write a song, is it Atrocity or Leaves Eyes? It's always very clear. We start, the song is for Atrocity, we start, this song is for Leaves Eyes. And now, as you say, it's quite funny. We were talking about it some time ago. Maybe we release 1 year Atrocity, next year Leaves Eyes, and what happens? The new record from Leaves Eyes comes out in January 2018, and the Atrocity comes out in July 2018. You see, you cannot control this. And on the other side, we have been also playing some shows and festivals and tours with both bands. This could be quite demanding, playing like 2.5 hours in Latin America with hardly no sleep, and two, different musical approaches on stage. It's like switching from one to the other completely. So but it's for us, it's also a gift to have two so successful bands to play with.
And be able to handle both at the same time.
Yes.
But any touring plans for the next year with Atrocity?
I think the main touring block will come when the album is out, which will be in July, and then we will start with most of the touring, I guess.
We'll hope to see you one day, and maybe you will come back in Romania again.
Yeah.
Because last time I missed you.
We played a Maximum Rock Festival. That was quite a good one.
Yeah, I know, and I couldn't attend, sadly.
Oh, shame on you.
Yeah, but I make sure that next time we will come here, I won't miss.
Okay.
I promise I will be there.
That's a deal, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for this interview. It was my pleasure talking with you both. And hope to see you soon. Cheers from Antichrist Metal Zine.
Thank you very much. And if
Thanks
you have
a lot.
any link or review or something online, just send us the link and we're going to share it, okay?
Sure. Cheers.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye-bye.